name is Addie of Well Loved Clothing, and let me just kick this off by saying happy 2023, happy new year, happy holidays, all of the good things. I took the past 2 weeks off for just a little holiday time, little family time, and just a recoup at the end of the year. I try to do that every year because it's really good to just take a break, but we are kicking it back off today with a trend video. So I'm super excited. I was going through a ton of different articles, which are all linked below if you're interested in seeing more of the trends, because I'm not showing you all of them. I'm just showing you some of the ones that inspired me or some of the ones that challenged me. So I'm really excited because I feel like fashion is taking this fun kind of maximalist turn, kind of personal style turn, and really focusing in on what an individual wants to wear, even though there's still runways and trends and all these things. So as I like to say here, we don't really believe in trends, but we think they're great for inspiration. So however you want to dress is the way that you should dress, because personal style is personal. And speaking of personal style, we will be using what we already own and shopping our closets to find these 2023 trends, just to show you that not only can you thrift the trends, but you also probably have some pieces that can already work for some of these trendy outfits. So instead of going to find a new piece or something that you may not love in a couple of weeks or months, you can just use something that you already love, already have in your closet, which is the most sustainable piece. So we are going to be looking in my thrifted wardrobe, using what we own, and styling up, I think, 12 different outfits today based on the 2023 trends. So let's get into it. So trend number one that we're going to be looking at today is cargo everything. So I feel like the trend of utility has kind of been around for a while, but it's sort of made its way into the mainstream and so has become really trendy. I feel like I see everybody wearing cargo pants now, even though I've had my orange pair of cargo pants for like 2 years and they're some of my favorites. I also saw a lot of cargo tops and cargo skirts and different cargo pieces that were mixed together, so it really was cargo from head to toe. But I'm going to do a little bit of an elevated kind of chic cargo look because I really saw a lot of like cargo pockets on like a sleek tan trouser or like a beautiful silk blouse paired with a cargo skirt. So we're gonna go for something a little chic but still very cargo. So let's style up this trend. Absolutely loving how this look turned out. I really didn't know where I was gonna go because I love a bold, crazy cargo look. I feel like it's just a fun detail to add to an outfit to make it look a little more utility, even though it's like fun, crazy, colorful. But I love how elegant and chic this is. But I do love this flowy, beautiful silk top paired with the utility kind of khaki pant. I think the big pockets juxtaposed with the flowy fabric is just a really beautiful combo. And right now, since it is winter and a little cold outside, I would probably just put like a taupe or a white turtleneck underneath this, but I really wanted this top to just kind of shine and really just play with the trend for right now. So I did a little two-tone white and tan boot that I think makes it even more chic, little white bag, and then some little white earrings to just make it fun and playful. Still very me, but still very utility yet chic. So I'm loving how this outfit turned out. Let's go to the next trend. The next trend is one of my favorites. I feel like I already kind of do this. It's professional but playful. So think like a fun patterned blazer or like a suit but wearing it with a funky bra top. I saw this one look that was a colored suit with a chain mesh bralette, and I just thought it was such a fun take on this like suited look. I feel like suits are so popular right now, so we're really taking professional and making it super playful. So let's style up the look. Okay, this is so good for this prompt. It's so fun and still has that professional feel since it's the suit and the blazer, and it's so 80s crazy plaid that I love it. I loved seeing people's playful professional looks that had like shorts and suit jackets, and I'm such a shorts and blazer kind of gal that this was the perfect way to do that. And it really feels like the playfulness is coming from all of the plaid and crazy colors. So I wanted to make it even more playful, so I added a little orange turtleneck that I feel like makes it a little chic too with that turtleneck. But then I did some little funky yellow earrings, a little purple bag, and then hot pink booties because why not when we're doing professional playful. And this still feels like maybe you couldn't take it to an office, but maybe if you were doing like a fun business casual brunch sort of thing. But I love that the playfulness can kind of be the length of the pant or the shorts or the pattern or whatever you wear underneath it. So cute. Love the professional playful trend. Let's keep on going. There were several trends as I was looking at some of the things coming up for 2023 that were a little scary to me. I feel like I'm not usually super out of my comfort zone, but there were a few things that just aren't typically my vibe, so I'm excited to see how I can make some of them a little bit more me while still playing with the trend, which is what these Shop in My Closet videos are all about. So the next one is ballet core. I've seen people wearing like the leg warmers, some of the silky wrap skirts, a lot of bodysuits and tulle, and especially this pink soft color. So there's been a ton of play with ballet core, and I feel like we've seen it a little bit last year, but we're also getting big into it this year. So we're going to try to style something up with this. It is something that I saw and was like, oh, scroll past it. But then I was like, let's challenge ourselves. So we're gonna challenge ourselves to make a little bit of a ballet inspired outfit. So let's do it. With the inspiration of ballet core rather than like actually going after ballet core, because it's just not really my style, but I think that I still kind of am evoking a little bit of that. I know it's kind of like you have to use your imagination, but the dress is what I started with. So I pulled a couple of dresses from my closet that just felt super ballet core to me, just very sheer, light and flowy. This one has like a little ruffle around the hem of the sheer piece on top, and so it felt very like kind of tutu. I know it's not like straight out, but the sheerness of it felt that way. And then something about this little Peter Pan collar just made me think of like Nutcracker kind of vibes, and so maybe that's because it was Christmas a couple weeks ago, but that's sort of how it felt. And then I styled it the way that I would kind of wear it. So I just did the big sweater, the chunky boot, the pink bag to bring in a little bit more ballet pink ballet core, and some pink earrings to kind of match it. So this is sort of how I would evoke a little bit of that ballet core feel without being like too in your face with it. But I do have another dress that's just straight ballet pink that I'm just gonna toss on for a second because why the heck not? It is so cute. So let's put that dress on. So this is the dress, and it really just feels so ballet core to me. It's really that perfect ballet pink that's almost taupey, and something about this right here feels like ballet shoes to me, but I think it's just the floatiness, the beauty of this dress, and a little bit of the puff sleeve too that really evokes a lot of ballet core. I wanted to show you what you can kind of do with using this trend as inspiration rather than like trying to copy the exact trend, because like for me, I'm not going to go out and find a whole bunch of ballet core things because it's not really my style, but I can incorporate it with a beautiful pink dress, some little details that feel a little ballet to me, and still keep my personal style while keeping my closet sustainable and loving what I wear. So let's move on to the next trend. Next up, sheer is still going so strong. I feel like we've seen a lot of sheer in mainstream fashion for probably a year and a half now, but I feel like it's especially getting really big right now, especially with all of the holiday looks. I feel like a lot of people were layering sheer pieces and doing like puffy organza sleeves because that was just the opulence of the time. So I love sheer. I am always looking for sheer pieces because they're really versatile pieces to layer in any season. But there's also something just floaty and beautiful about this, and it kind of plays off of a little bit of the ballet core feel with the tulle skirts and like the floaty, girly kind of feels to some fabrics. So we're going to style up yet another sheer look, even though I know I've styled up so many over the past year probably. So let's style up some sheer. This outfit came from absolutely nowhere. I had no idea that it was going to look this good. I kind of was just grabbing sheer pieces and then noticed that both of these polka dots were kind of a similar vibe, but I loved pairing the white over the brown and having a double sheer look because I feel like I've done sheer dresses over bra tops and shorts and jeans and whatnot. And so I wanted to kind of challenge myself to do something new, and I love that this came from just pulling things off of my rack. So even thinking about layering in a different way because of the sheer pieces, because it almost makes like an opaque piece because of the double sheer, but you can still kind of see the bralette underneath here, so it has that sheer effect. But the little white sheer short skirt over the ruffles and then the sleeves popping out of this high neck is just So good. I love this combo. I tossed on a little cow print bag to play with more of the black, brown, and white that we had going on. Did my little black booty and then just a little brown earring. And I really love how this came together because it's relatively simple, but layering dresses is such a fun way to give your dresses new life. And it really almost looks like it kind of belongs together because those polka dots are the same size. So this is just way too fun, and I love that we found this through shopping our closets. So let's keep going. Next up is the statement stripe. So when I was first thinking about this, I didn't think that I had very many pieces that were striped. This isn't really like the plain stripes with just black and white. This is a lot more elevated. I saw a lot of vertical stripes. I saw a lot of stripes doing like different kinds of patterns and using stripes to really accentuate the body, but also just add some color and fun. So this is a really fun pattern to play with. I'm not usually much of a stripes girl because it makes me think of like middle school when I basically only wore striped tops. I had like 5 different black and white striped tops that I always wore. And so I'm learning to love stripes again, and hopefully we will be able to style up something amazing with some statement stripes. Let's do it. Okay, this outfit is a perfect example of just adding a little touch of a trend and making it a little different than expected, a little more fun, a little bold, and very trendy. So this shirt has sparkly stripes down the sleeves. It's a little harder to see from far away, but you can see them up close. So they have sparkles, which make them a little more statement, but then the colors also make these stripes really statement and fun. And I loved pulling the colors out and doing a pant in the green that's in this sleeve, and then an ochre to just kind of make it a little more neutral, but the sweater vest over the sparkles and the stripes just feels so everyday and fun. And I really love how subtle, but also how bold and different this kind of combo is, because especially with the cable knit and the sparkle and the bright green, it just feels like a really bold outfit. So on its own, it's a statement, but you're also using those stripes to just bring even more statement and fun to this look. So I love how simple you can add some of these trends into outfits and make them completely new and different. So I love it. Okay, moving on to this next trend that is one of those that I saw and was kind of like, I don't think that I could style that. I don't really like that. It's not really my style, but is really fun to look at the trends as inspiration and kind of take pieces and build a look that maybe nods to a trend instead of is like right on trend. So the trend I'm talking about is grunge glamour. So it's a lot of the grunge feels, but mixed with some like elevated kind of lace tops and adding this like really feminine, almost Victorian feel to some of these grungy looks. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. I have a pair of leather pants that I feel like are what I wear when I wanna be a little grungy, but grunge is not something that I typically do. So we're just gonna see if we can make something that feels a little towards grunge glamour. So let's just jump in. Okay, I'm actually a little bit in shock with this one because I really love it. I'm apparently speechless. So I started wanting to do this like Wednesday Addams kind of grunge glamour, goth glamour look. And so I really did not know what I had, but as I was looking through my skirts, because I wanted a short black one with like some lace tights, I forgot that I had this amazing purple velvet skirt. So I can't really, I guess like when I move it, you can kind of see that it has like a purple sheen to it, but in person it is very purple. And then I tossed on this little leather shell that I love, that it brings an extra texture element to it. But then the turtleneck with the black and the colors just feels like a little punk to it and almost acts as like a lace underlayer. It kind of looks like that. Then I just did some big chunky black and gold earrings, did some black boots and a little black bag, and I feel like this is so me in such a like dark, moody kind of outfit that I really love it. Just the layering and silhouette is so cute. So this is super inspiring to me because I really had no idea where I was gonna go with it, but I feel like this opens up my mind a little bit to even like all black outfits being really bold and fun and crazy. So even with how dark and moody and different from my normal style this is still very much so a me outfit. And I might have to start wearing more black because I feel really powerful right now. So let's keep going to the next trend. For this next trend, it it kind of is playing off of the trend from last fall, which I styled up, that was ultra maxi skirts. So the maxi length has still been going so strong, but these maxi lengths are kind of like right at the ankle, so it's a little between a maxi and midi from what I think of them. And I love a midi skirt, so I do have a couple of dresses that are maxis, and I think I'm just gonna style up something super fun. But I think these kinds of trends are fun to maybe change your hemline up and just see what you like. So if you've never tried a maxi dress before, I guarantee they're going to be all over the stores, but it could also be a maxi skirt, maxi dress, some really long trousers, something like that to just give the feel of this trend. So let's style this up. Okay, this is everything that I ever want to wear. I love this maxi length. So it is a little more of an ultra maxi because I am wearing a higher heel, but this is kind of the look that you want. Like if these shoes were flat, you would want it to be just barely off the floor and show maybe a little ankle, but I could not resist doing this amazing maxi dress, especially with the fun details that I feel like you can do with the summery maxi dress, like with this open back. Just tossing a little shirt underneath it looks so cute and kind of a little fall-y. You could make it a little wintry, maybe with a big cozy coat over it. So hemlines are just really fun to experiment with and maybe change up a look by wearing a maxi hem instead of a midi hem. But tiny trends like these that are really only about like the part of an outfit are a really fun way to add trends to your wardrobe or to use pieces that you've had forever in a trendy way. So let's keep going. Staying kind of in the same vein, but flipping it on its head, is the mini length trend. So I saw a ton of mini dresses, a ton of mini skirts. It's really, I feel like, focused on skirts mainly, but there are a ton of really beautiful mini dresses that are happening right now too. And like I said, I am a midi maxi length kind of girl, but I do have a couple of pieces that I like being a little shorter, especially because I like to layer them over pants. But this is kind of like show some leg, wear some high boots, a little bit of a mod 60s feel to it. So I have maybe one or two shorter pieces that we are going to try and make into sort of that fitted mini skirt Y2K kind of feel. So let's do that. I am so surprised with how much I love this outfit. Put a big collar on anything though, and I am absolutely here for it. So I started with this amazing white shirt dress with these little ruffles on the sleeves and this big collar, but I wanted it to have that kind of fitted short mod sort of mini dress style. So I have this amazing navy sweater vest that I tossed over the top, and I felt like it gave it a really good shape. It's kind of a sheath shape still, but a little more fitted. And from there, when I wear something pretty short, I like to cover a little bit of leg, and so I did my knee-high boots, and I kind of like the lug boot with it because it takes it from a preppy place to more of a streetwear place. Then I just did a crossbody bag, my little gold hoops, and I tossed my little orange jacket over my shoulders. One tip for when I'm wearing something a little shorter, I like to do a longer coat with it. I just think the layers are really cool, and it's also, if I'm not feeling like I want to be leggy out there, then I can just throw my coat on over the top of it, and I'm comfortable and feel great. I also have worn this little sweater vest over jeans, and it still kind of gives that mini dress feel. I do think it's really cute when you do wear like a mini dress over the top of something else. I think it's a fun layering look, so even if you want to do that with the mini dress trend, you're still kind of going with the trend. So I always love looking at the color trends, so I feel like there were a bunch of rich, bold colors this year. I saw a lot of lilac, a lot of pink is still around, but one that I felt a little challenged by was cobalt blue. So this is just a really beautiful deep shade of blue, and I typically go for like a deeper teal kind of color with some green in it, or like a lighter, somewhere between a baby blue and like a regular royal blue, somewhere in there. And so I feel like this blue is just bold. It's very 80s. So I love that this 80s tone is coming back, and it does kind of feel nostalgic when you pile on that cobalt blue, but it's such a bold, fun color. So we are going to style up something with this color trend, cobalt blue. Let's do it. I am so surprised that I've never thought to put this combo together. It is really cute and feels so me. This is one of my favorite dresses and my favorite sweater vest. And it is a little off of cobalt. It's not quite right on cobalt. The vest is a little bit more cobalt, but still has kind of more teal in it, but this is kind of evoking the same idea of that deep blue trendy color for this year, and I love pairing it with orange. I think it's fun to pair cobalt with brighter colors like a lemony yellow or a warm orange. I think is really pretty, but you can also do like a deep purple and have an 80s feel, which I love. So this combo of course started with all the blue. I tossed on my orange bag to pull out some of these oranges, did a little bright orange earring for the same reason, and then did a burgundy kind of purple heel because of the purple in here. But I just love this whole combo and think colors as trends are really fun to add to your wardrobe, maybe even in like a little blue scarf with an outfit that you love. Just adding those touches to make things a little trendy and fun. So let's keep on going with the trends. Next up is a trend that I feel like is just made for my closet because I cannot stop thrifting these, and I think they're just the most versatile and adorable pieces. So this trend is slip dresses. Really between long lengths, short lengths, playing with some mini or midi dresses. I just love slip dresses. They're great to put a blazer over or layer a turtleneck under, and I feel like you can kind of take them to any occasion. So I have a relatively large collection of slip dresses because I wear them for formal events, for casual events, anything in between. And so I typically just throw one on over a turtleneck with just like an easy jacket and go. But I'm going to try to accessorize it a little differently, make it a little more of an outfit than just my everyday slip dress look, even though I think that is the best way to wear them. So let's style up a slip dress. I love all of the accessories in this look. I know this is not super different from like just a slip dress and a turtleneck, but I think the accessories really take it to a different level. By doing this little belt scarf, it adds another layer to it. The little belt makes it a little different than if it was just an unbelted slip dress. And adding stylized boots, that green tote, little chunky gold earrings, it just feels like such a put together and elegant outfit. And not over accessorized, but still very personal style. So with a slip dress as a trend, you really can take it and make it your own. And I can guarantee you can thrift so many of them because that's where I've gotten all of mine. Really, that's where I've gotten all my clothes. But especially slip dresses are a super fun thing to thrift, and you can find really fun vintage ones like this. So let's keep styling the trends. So this next trend, I'm kind of squishing two together because I feel like they really go together. So it kind of revolves around the idea that last year was like a little bit cozier. There was more like sweatsuits and sweatshirts and jeans and white tees and just more simplistic outfits, but done in a really beautiful and elegant way. So this trend I saw was called the everyday but elevated, and then a lot of denim I feel like goes into this too. So there were some denim dresses, there were some wide leg denim pants, some beautiful denim jackets, but I feel like the whole idea of this is just kind of taking those everyday looks and making it something interesting while playing with your denim in a new way. So I'm gonna see what I have because I want to do something relatively simple, but I feel like when I get into my closet, it ends up much more elevated than I intend. So let's see if we can style up something that's a little denim inspired, a little everyday, but elevated. Let's do it. Alright, completely unexpected, took a real hard right turn, and I absolutely love this. So this is actually a denim shop coat from my husband's closet, but we thrifted it a couple of years ago when we were out west somewhere. But I just love how this looks as a dress. I have never thought to wear this as a dress, but it feels so New York street style, and I paired it with a little vintage scarf, some glasses, my big orange bag, and some chunky little boots, and I feel like it just has this really chic vibe, but the oversized denim just feels so now and interesting and different. But I love this look, and I love that it's kind of playing with that cargo utility vibe from the other trend that we looked at. So this one is just super cute, and I would have never thought to do this way. So I love this. Let's keep going. The final trend for today is just so much fun, and I love that this is making it into the mainstream. It's just sparkle, embellishment, sequins, everything that you think for like a glitzy New Year's Eve out is coming to the everyday. So it was really revolving around like a simple day dress, but adding some sequins to it in an interesting way, or adding like a sparkly blazer to just a jeans and t-shirt kind of look. So I feel like this kind of goes off of the everyday but elevated, but there are also just some really fun outfits that are crazy, wacky, sequined, crazy dresses, but just with like a pair of boots and wearing it out to brunch. So we are going to go out on some amazing sequins, glitz, glam for the everyday look. So let's style it up. I will absolutely be wearing so many sparkles through all of 2023, probably on past that, because this is so much fun. So really I just took an evening dress and layered a sweater over the top of it. I did put this little blue turtleneck underneath it because I just wanted to add an extra layer, something interesting up at my neck. But what a fun, easy way to rewear all of your fun formal dresses by simply putting a sweater over the top of it. So that dress that you just wore for New Year's, you can wear it again with your sweater. So this is the really sparkly blue dress that I actually wore in the last like holiday video that I did. So when you're doing those sparkles, I like to casual my sparkles down. So I just did a little chunky boot, I did my big oversized sweater over the top, but I did add a little bit more sparkles, and I'm just now realizing that this is also actually cobalt blue. This is cobalt blue, and I just didn't think of this dress earlier because I wasn't thinking of all the sparkles and whatnot. But this trend and all of these trends are just such fun ways to bring new ideas to your wardrobe and just to wear the things that you already love. So thanks so much for styling all of these amazing outfits up with me. Let me know in the comments below which trend you're super excited to try, and I will see you next week. You are well loved. Bye!